Shalom, shalom, Israel, coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying. First off, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops, the great millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing the word and truth with truth and sincerity. May you be the elect. Shalom to all the Akim and Aqua out there listening and learning. You Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, who are the true children of Israel, as well as you speckled bird, Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that look like, act like, and take on the customs of all these heathen nations. So to you, I say shalom, and may you be of the elect. This lesson is brought to you by the Spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the true name of our Father, the God of the Bible, the God of the Israelites. Bah Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahweh Shai being the only begotten Son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls by the name of JC. This lesson is going to go into what this article is speaking on. All right. Published July 7th, 2025. All right. And it's titled, all right, this is from the business news of RT News, titled Trump Threatens BRICS Partners with Extra Tariffs. All right. For those that don't know what BRICS is, all right, this is all the different nations that have been coming together, all right, to basically form their own currency to wean off of the teat of America with its currency, all right, to get up from underneath the boot, all right, of America's heel. All right, same thing Gaddafi tried to do, and they offed him. All right, and a few other people have tried this. All right, because America knows it needs to have its boot on everybody's neck in order for America just to remain somebody of status, right? A nation of status. And they're all coming against America and not wanting to deal with the U.S. dollar anymore. So eventually what? The U.S. dollar is going to crash. It's going to be obsolete, all right? And America can't have that. So here it is, this fool, right? Once upon a time, T45, now he's T47. DJT47, right? Threatening BRICS partners with extra tariffs. Without any further ado, it says the U.S. president has warned countries against allying with, quote, anti-American policies, end quote. U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to impose an additional 10% tariff on any country which aligned itself with BRICS. Right, it was at Brazil, Russia, India, China, and I forget who the S is. It'll come to me, Slovakia. But yeah, these were the ones who were starting. But there's hundreds. I think there's like 100 plus other nations, other countries that are waiting for their application to join BRICS, right? And all these all these countries join together and have BRICS. America's gonna be asked out. They're gonna be the one that didn't get picked on the dodgeball team. Sit your ass down on the sideline and wait till the game is over. Okay. But anyways, it reads, align itself with BRICS, accusing the economic bloc of adopting, quote, anti-American policies. The warning came just hours after BRICS leaders concluded their annual summit in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, right? In its joint declaration, the bloc criticized unilateral tariff actions and condemned what is described as, quote, indiscriminate trade measures without mentioning the U.S. directly. Any country, right, quote, any country aligning themselves with the anti-American policies of BRICS will be charged an additional 10% tariff. There will be no exceptions to this policy, Trump wrote in a post on Truth Social on Sunday. The warning echoes Trump's even harsher remarks in February when he threatened BRICS members with tariffs as high as 100%. At the time, he declared that BRICS was, quote, dead if it established a common currency or otherwise challenged the U.S. dollar's dominance in global trade. BRICS BRICS originally formed by BRICS originally formed by Brazil, Russia, India, and China in 2006 has expanded to include, there it is, South Africa, right? So that's your BRICS originally, okay? Further going into Egypt, Iran, Ethiopia, the United Arab Emirates, and Indonesia. At the group summit in the Russian city of Kazan last year, BRICS approved a new partner country status in response to growing membership interest shown by more than 30 countries. There's more than that. Russian President Vladimir Putin said during Sunday's summit that the bloc's combined GDP has surpassed that of the G7 when measured by purchasing power parity. The group now represents nearly half the world's population and about 40% of global GDP. So, yeah, America is being pushed the fuck out. You are not invited to the party. Turn around and go home. Right? Continue reading. Since returning to office in January, Trump has launched a tariff campaign aimed at protecting U.S. manufacturers. It culminated on April 2nd with a set of measures on what he called, quote, Liberation Day, including a blanket 10% tariff and up to 70% on countries he accused of treating the U.S. most, quote, unfairly. Treating the U.S. unfairly. America, aka Babylon, has treated all countries unfairly. You see the hypocrisy of America? Okay? You got all these countries that are tired of this bitch, and they trying to just find their own way. They don't want to deal with America no more. They're tired of America. All right? And here it is, you got Trump going crazy with this tariff business, man. And people are tired of it. They're tired of it, man. He got in power. He's just like Julius Caesar, right? He went in there soft, well, not really soft, but more even healed, right? Then he got drunk with power, and basically tried to be what? Tried to be like a so-called Hitler, man. Right? He wanted to be the dominating force, and everybody just kneel down to him, and he's gonna reign forever. Well, we know what happened to him at the end. His whole group, his whole company went against him. Plugged him up, man, with them blades. Okay? He was deleted by his company, man. Okay? People don't like that. Somebody always want to be on top. And then you got this guy, DJT47, putting tariffs on everybody and anybody that opposes America, or that treating America unfairly. The fuck. Anyway, let's get to this lesson here, which is deleted. Which is titled DJT47 stirring up animosity with both allies and foes. Because that's the facts. That is the actual facts. Why did I say allies? Well, when he started doing these tariffs, he was fucking up other people's business here in America. Messing up their monies. They had to have a little talk with him. He nipped that in the bud. He said, all right. So he started going after all these other countries with their tariffs. And now his focus is on BRICS. Why is this focus on BRICS? Because BRICS, all these companies that's forming BRICS, right, it is plotting to have their own type of currency, their own way, without including America in its currency. So now he wants to put tariffs on them as well. Wah, 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 wah. Let's get it. Revelation 17, I'm going to read 15 through 18. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues. Right? A big mixing pot. That's America. A big mixing pot of all different religions, all different nations of people in America. All right? All different religious practices, so on and so forth. Okay? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. This beast, right, with the 10 horns, these are all the NATO companies. These are all EU, the European Union, right? The North Atlantic Treaty Organization. This is all those, this is that great company. I'll put it that way. All right? These shall hate the whore, which the whole world is seeing this. The whole world is witnessing this. Much of the world is for this. America, of course, is opposed to this. Right? They hate this bitch America. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Why? Because eventually, them ICB missiles, right, they're intercontinental ballistic missiles, will come and strike America. And when I say lots of them, that's an understatement. There will be a multitude, beyond multitude, that comes to burn her flesh. Okay? With fire. Nuclear fire. Wait, so is that the lake of fire that we were always told about? Yes, that's the lake of fire. Ain't no fucking place underground where your soul goes and this red devil, right, with a pointy tail and horns and a fucking tripod poking at you for eternity, right? Saying that you should not have done what you done. Now you here in my company forever and ever. Ain't none of that shit, man. America is going to be a lake of fire. And if I dare say so as well, so will Israel. Because that place is going to be utterly destroyed as well. But it's going to be made straight again because we got to go back to our land. That's our land. The Israelites, the Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians. Them people that's over there now are not our people. I mean, we got some of our people over there, but the majority of them are Amalekite. The majority of them over there are enemies of the Lord. Enemies of the Israelites in general. Why? Because they stole our identity, claiming to be a people when they are no people. They are some nobodies, claiming to be some somebodies. Okay? Verse 17 says, for the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, unto the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. What does that mean? That means all these EU nations, all the NATO and EU company, all right, gave all they basically gave up their, I don't want to say gave up their rights, but they gave America basically the power to rule over all the nations with their ways and their philosophies and their doctrines and so on and so forth. Okay? So eventually, as of now, because it's coming to an end, now they starting to, they shook their head and they wiping the coals out their eyes and they, fixing their vision. What the fuck? I was enchanted by this bitch. Wait, whoa, what the fuck been happening past 100 years? What the hell been going on? Well, we were enchanted by America. Oh, what the hell going on, man? This bitch gave us a disease. We got a problem with this hoe. And now all the nations are going to be turning against America. Okay? And to the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. Verse 18. And the woman which thou sawest in that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. That would be America. Okay? That's America. But point being, right? This is proving of America. This is proving that all these nations are gonna come against this hoe, because the Edomites, okay, have been in power too long, and they just prove to be unprofitable and tyrants, and these people are tired of it. Okay, it's Isaiah 13. I'm gonna read 17 through 18. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. All right. Yeah, the Medes, Mede Persia. Right. Basically, you got these heathen nations. They say, man, fuck all this. We don't care about none of that shit. We don't care about fucking gold, silver. Fuck that. Let's make this bitch go to her knees and punish her and make her give up the ghost. That's what's going on, man. That's what's gonna happen. America's gonna be dashed, okay, with what? The missiles. All right, it says their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Because when these missiles come, ain't nobody got a specific name on them. When the missiles touch down, who is gonna get is who is supposed to get. Because the elect are not gonna be it. The elect are gonna be beamed up out of this. Before the missiles hit, the elect are gonna be beamed up out of that. They're going to be sitting in a chariot watching the indignation till it be overpassed. 2/3 of the Israelites and all the heathen, right? Whoever in America, you got some missiles to look forward to. It's going to be raining missiles in this place. All right? And that's pretty much the point. You know, just wanted to point that out, that article, okay? Because, see, Trump think he's Trump and that he's untouchable, especially because he, dropped his religious background and chose the Jewish faith, and think that he doing something great. You just made things worse for yourself. You were already in bad company by being an Edomite. And now you join the Amalekites to be so-called Jewish, and thinking that you got what you got, the Jewish mafia or something. You think you got some type of protection? You got some type of hedge over you, man? You smoked, man. Fumare. All right. So stay tuned, man. Stay tuned and see what happened with BRICS. See what happened to America, all right, and these Edomites in general. Lord willing, this is edifying. Giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostle and the elder bishops, a great millstone, all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth, with truth and sincerity. May you be of the elect. Y'all better stay prayed up, repent, abab, kwam, yasharallah, shalom.